This week in physics, we continued on with our second project. In class, we discussed a few topics that we needed to include in our Google Docs, and also went over some more graphical analysis. We also got to test our launchers for the first time. We went over Hooke's law on Tuesday. David explained what Hooke's law was and how to measure it. Hooke's law is based on stretch and states that the stretch of elastic is constant to a certain point. We had to include this in our Google Docs and how it related to the balloon launchers. We had to measure the stretch of our launcher using weights to find out how much stretch our launcher had and was capable of. We also tested our launchers on Tuesday. When launching our balloons, we put glow sticks in them and videotaped them in the dark. However, when we attempted to do our video analysis, we were unsuccessful because nobody was able to do the glow sticks in the balloon. On Thursday, we worked on graphical analysis. We discussed how to calculate the numbers for graphs. This week I learned, after testing the balloon launcher, that we need to find a different way to launch our balloon, as our launchers were all unsuccessful. Mainly, we were unable to get our balloon to fly far enough to be able to hit our target on performance day. I think their launcher will work, but we need to pull back more on it, applying more force and hopefully creating a more successful launch. As for the graphical analysis, I'm struggling with it. I think that my biggest problem is that I am unable to visualize the graphical changes. I'm used to having a formula to plug some numbers into and then graphing it from there. I think that is why I'm having such a problem. I'm also having a hard time jumping from one graph to the other. I do okay if the position versus time graph is given and I need to transfer to the other graph, but if one of the other graphs is given, I can't work backwards. I understand how to use the slope and the area formulas, but for some reason I never seem to get those right either. Basically, I just need a lot of practice. I still have a lot to do for this class, but I'm having trouble finding the time for it. I need to do my SCAD paper, continue work on the Google Docs for P2, and I absolutely need to practice the graphical analysis. As a group, we need to figure out if we need to make any additional adjustment to our launcher to finish up our research. This week was yet another struggle for me, as I'm finding it harder to have the time to work on stuff for this class. I also know that since I'm struggling with the graphical analysis, I have a lot of work to do, and I feel like I'm never going to get it.